What's up, y'all? Happiest of days to you. I wanted to make a video in order to correct a prior video, a very important short that I made to myself, important to myself, short that I made, that I bugged up the last part of it and added an extra 2 words that derailed, in my opinion, the whole thing. Some of you may or may have not noticed, or will notice, as to which how I modify this poem, proverb, prayer, and riddle. This one is called Found Changing, okay? And in the short, of course, the maximum length is 60 seconds. So I put a little rush in that touch, which I don't believe I should have exactly. And now that I have somewhat of a more elaborate span of attention from you, I want to slow it down a bit, just a bit. But I want you to recognize in this poem, not the addition, but the subtraction, okay? And I'll tell you what it is afterwards. I would like you to hear it now, though. Lost, broken, homeless, torn, hoping, caring, giving, sharing, tearing, simply, sudden, daring, moving, losing is space for gaining, improving, all, sustaining, remaining, though renaming, constantly, mostly, maintaining, being, lost, broken, homeless, anticipating, found changing. Okay, there it is, folks. There's such a slight difference in the modification that one may not see unless they double check it. And that slight modification was a subtraction, like I said. And in the former video, short posted, right before I ended with found changing, I have no idea why I threw in there found waiting. Like I said, I was not distracted exactly, but something put it in me to derail it at the last second. And some of you may never have noticed that. But I removed the words found waiting because not only did I never mean that for it to be in there in the first place, but I don't agree with waiting in line unless it's, for a valid reason. And, but just waiting around, I'd rather be found changing than found waiting. Because we all have a mission, either ourselves or someone that directs us towards. And, there are 9 billion plus different missions out there going on. And 9 billion different directions. And that, numerologically speaking, would be categorized as a 6, which, numerologically speaking, is not a bad number. It don't mean evil, by the way. It just means chaos. And so, I've been discussing numerology with certain peoples the last couple days. And see, 6, chaos. The 1 is forever. 4 equals good. 6 be 6 divided. Find fix. I have no idea what that means to anybody else other than me. Those of us that are in the know of numerological beliefs and theories and all its predictabilities and possibilities thereof. So, in order to explain and kind of make everything come together, I want to read to you exactly what it says in this numerological guide, what a 6 is, because a lot of people think 666 is obviously connotated to this negative being, when 666 is, they say, the number of the beast, and we could use all these numbers, and manipulate them, or be manipulated by them. But these numbers 1 through 9, single digit numbers only, we break it all down to 666, numerologically speaking, equals a 9. And by the way, 666 was the address of Nero. It wasn't an actual number given to, so said, beast. Nero was the beast, and people just couldn't come out and talk stuff on those of us in charge and in leadership positions. I don't want to say government. I don't want to say it's empire. I don't want to give it any sense of mutiny towards our leaders that God put in place to lead, because God allows things to happen. He doesn't say, "Hey, go ahead, go mess that up. Go do you," But He allows things to happen in order, in my opinion, for good to become of it. And I know that because He does that with me quite frequently. And that's because, quite honestly, a lot of my intentions are in order to do the opposite of the general major popularity. And because I believe that those grains that we are ingrained within are going in a not so good grainy way. I believe our paths are looking more bleak than they are bright these days, only because of the happiness I feel in my corner of the world. I am obviously revealed in medias how truly in such a bad place as a whole this world really is. So I can be loving and dance around all day, being happy and gay, by the way. And but that ain't gonna do nothing if I don't spread that. If I don't make happen someone else feel that way in their life, in agreement that life can be joyous and celebrated daily. And so let me read what 6 is, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there that are readily available to us that we use so cliche, you know. Like, here's one. Let me break down this. Let me read chaos real quick, and I'll tell you about how certain commonly used phrases are so not good for us in the way they were presented to be. But let me read 6 here, because 6 just means chaos. And those of us that are 6s, let me tell you. Oh, well, let me tell you. Okay, hold on. Your life path of 6 means that your destiny is to serve and to be responsible for the welfare of others. Be it the home, the family, or the work situation, your task is to lead the group and make it unified and productive. You'll be involved with nurturing weaker persons, and you must learn to put the welfare of the group before your own interests. Aspire to be the benign parent figure, a source of guidance and strength. Marriage is ideal for you. See, how does that sound in any way evil or adversarial in any way? See, a lot of our misconception. Oh, let me tell you how to figure out your own numerological number real quick, real easy. My birth date is August 6th, 1978. And I believe I explained this before. I just add 0 plus 8 plus 0 plus 6 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8. I add all those numbers up one at a time and get that sum, which is 39. But it's still 2 digits, and I got to break all these digits down to 1 digit, 1 through 9. So what I do is, with that 39, is I add the 3 plus 9. Comes to 12. Still double digit number. Still got to break it down to 1. How do I do that? Once again, add the digits singularly, and come the sum. Be a 3. Okay? 3, I can go on about mine, but I'd rather you do yours. And I'd rather you be led by certainty than a bland representation of actual truth, which is these common cliches, phrases that we use, such as these 2 golden silver rules. Okay? Let me tell you how, first and foremost, ours, the Western philosophy, the golden rule, is haphazard, because it says, do unto others what you want to be done unto yourself, right? That's like, that may seem like, Hey, yeah, I want to do good to people so they do good to me. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Yeah. Well, hold up. What you're saying is, really? Hey, I'm going to give you something, but I want it back. All right? Oh, we do that all day. Golden rule? Fuck, credit cards. All right, let me tell you how the Eastern philosophy, which is kind of on the same concept, but the opposite way of saying it, still haphazard for us in the long run. The Eastern rule is don't do unto others what you don't want done to you. I mean, that's right. You know, hey, I don't want you to hit me, and I know you don't want me to hit you, so let's not hit each other. That sounds fair. That sounds fair, right? Now, that sounds to me like more like, hey, man, I don't want to do shit for you, and I don't want you to do shit for me. All right, let me be on my way. All right, now see, that's what I get out of it, out of just, you know, little extensive contemplation on it. Just these two. But there's so many. Hey, good things come to those who wait, right? Yeah. Fuck you. Wait. Hey. Whew. I lit a Jesus candle last night. And he goes on and on and on and on. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like the golden and silver rules. I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Ain't that fucked up? And these are supposed to be precious to us. You know, these metals are, anyway. And maybe that's why, you know, we got it kind of fucked up in the first place, because our intentions were good, but we put money on it. You know what I mean? What's gold and silver for? And, you know, you get it for free, you know, all the time? Or do you got to go to the store mostly to buy it? Or, unless you know, you don't know. But, I tell you what, these things that we get accustomed to, it's because we all become complacent in our comfort, don't we? And those of us that don't become complacent in our comfort become tenacious for more comfort. So there's no rest, you know, and there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. You know, I'll sleep when I die. You know, I'll rest now while I'm living, but let me sleep when I die. You know, let me take a nap up there. And let my works and my dreams still be his, or my perception of what would be his for me. And in that I want to read one that I wrote and posted once before. But I want to read a couple of these again because I don't believe they gave the same impact as they would in a lengthier amount of just 60 seconds. So I want you to listen to this one in knowing that it is meant to be offensive to me and you. So here we go. Avarice of mine, loyalty, honor, respect. Avarice of thine, money, self, time. Avarice hours, glamour. See, what I want, loyal, honor, respect, I think those are good things to have, right? Those are only good things to give. Western golden rule need not apply, because I'm asking for shit back. Okay? Avarice of thine, money, self-time. Shit, we all want more of that. But all that shit's still glamour. Money? Shit ain't real, but we treat it like it is. Self? Well, that's just selfish. And time. That don't belong to nobody. I don't give a fuck how many watches you own. Okay, so these things that I write down, I write them down in the hopes that they will, when I again read them, that I will find new meaning and different purpose for these simple sleights of gesture. And I just hope that it reaches at least one more of us than me. Because a lot of these words I say are, of course, for you reader, but they're also meant for me to reflect upon when my memory fails to serve his purpose. And so I appreciate the time that you spend with me on these videos because they're meant for you, reader. And I love you, reader. Let me see here. Yes. Oh, very well. So, in the hopes of being held accountable to be found changing in our anticipation for he once again to come in his physical form, I wrote something long ago that applies, in my opinion, as to when I wrote it back then, as I say, as it applies now. Okay? Again, it's meant to be offensive. And if you find offense in it, that's a good thing. Imagine a White House of the hopeless. But this is nonsense, right? Because if there were presidents in all of us, precedents beware. Alaska to Maine, for that matter, Budapest to Spain. Again, imagine a place we could call home safe. You ask why then for hopelessness? For therefore, no hope? I'm scared. Imagine the White House, y'all. Okay, so how about we come to terms with our musical side of self and again say, get that boogie on. Because Prince said life is a party, but parties ain't meant to last. That's goddamn right. So how about we celebrate every day? Huh? Yeah, Lionel, I love Lionel too. So he says it just as well. But as we go forward, hence, I want to hear some Chivo Mato, y'all, because they get me in a good mood. Like I can Mhm. I can feel their instrumental as well as I can hear and feel their vocal. And their lyrics aren't meant to be enlightening as well as more as well as they are meant to be. Hey, lighten up! Chivo Mato! Viva la woman! And if you're looking to purchase the album, this is what the cover looks like. Gotta be at least one of my top 5 go-to feel-good albums that I could play all the way through and, quite honestly, repeat. So I know I'm not going live, y'all, and there's a reason for that. It's not because I don't want the questions, it's just because I just feel like I just need to be heard, and the information I'm giving just should be investigated upon within oneself and through literature, things that have been written down for us to read. And you know, I do not recommend reading the things that are bad for you, because you know, a lot of us still consider others the enemy when the enemy is ourselves. And when we reveal ourselves as enemy, you know, that's when we can become friends again with ourselves. You feel? So you know, let me continue with poetry, because I read this one just shortly prior of coming on, and it gets me emotional every time, and in a good emotional way, though it be layered in some sort of sadness, it is still gathered in gladness in the way it was conceived. This poem of mine for JB. She says, "You could hold me." I say, "Fine." "You could only kiss me." I say, "Right?" "You can only love me." I'll be kind. I say, "I can't see her." Why? Because she says we can be together, but only now. I say to myself, only in your mind. Never again this time.
My weight is 300 pounds. My favorite is beef jerky. I'm a vagabond.
I'm a vagabond.
My mom says you are sneaky. Who cares? I don't care. I hold you like the better for yours. Who cares? I don't care. I hold you like the better for yours. Who cares? I don't care. I hold you like the better for yours. Who cares?
Basura cares. Dolores does too. Yeah. So folks,
On that note, I've been running your ear for about 30 minutes. I think that's long enough without any interjections. So, I give new hopes, 'cause I got no ropes, no strings to bind me or you. I give new mode. I see it when I find it in you. So y'all, love, peace. That'll be all. Dismissed.